Don't blink, it's your boy Ying eating cheese. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. I forgot my charger. You guys doing well? Today we're doing a little bit of a tower talk. It's a short, so it will not take some time. It will not take a lot of time. I have chilies. I'm going to be using chilies. So as you guys know, we have reached a new huge milestone in the tower for both the shield and the sword. I mentioned it a little bit, but I'm going to re-mention it because it was a long videos. I'll do a short version of it. We bought every single card that are for both. Now, there's possibly some new cards in the next month update, but as of right now, every single card is bought. So now we're focusing on buying module. I bought for 6,000 of module. And yes, some playthrough have it way better than others. For example, the sword and shield, the crown, I have 2 ancestral, so we're good. And I got 2 ancestral that I love, so we're good. The sword has higher legend, so next one is mythic and then ancestral, which is gonna be super nice. I cannot wait. Now the news is actually a new tactic, right? So you guys have noticed that we played a lot more, and when I say a lot more, I do mean so much more of the tower. Now here comes the surprise, here comes the thing. Because we're playing a lot more, we're doing a higher tier. So the higher tier rewards us way more. Now, what I'm gonna start doing, this is Swiss cheese. Meaningful, nutty taste. A bit sweet. Super good. What I'm gonna be doing is very simple. We have module that I'm trying to buy. I'm going to focus on buying module. Now, I want to keep, for as long as possible, the attack health upgrade. The reason as to why is very simple. The second I'm able to use the attack and the defense, so for example, in a lab, with the second I'm finishing with defense and attack, I can upgrade other stats. That's the rule. It's a sword because we put it in a sword. It'll become a sword and shield, and this will become a shield and a sword, right? That is still the plan. The playthrough is still going to be defensive and offensive. For example, ultimate weapon. For example, the way we use a module. Now, because we are using more of it, what I'm going to start doing is upgrade a lot of my module. Why? Because I bought all of the lab, I bought all of the cards, I bought everything, and I mean everything except for module. My module sucks. It really sucks. Which is not a big deal, but this is really the way to go further. You know? And since we're playing more, that could be a good opportunity. This could be a lot more of a good opportunity. I don't know. I don't know. For example, on the sword, I got a huge one, which is Project Founding. Project Founding will almost make me invincible when I have the range. You know? When, and only when, I'm going to be finished with the attack, defense upgrade, I'll be able to focus on other stuff. So health and everything. Now, this is going to be important because I am 1, and I want you guys to understand. This is going to be very controversial, but I want you guys to understand it's important. I am 1 ultimate weapon for making the shield, the sword, almost invincible. Now, with this ultimate weapon, I got a lot to do, but still, what is that ultimate weapon? It is Black Hole. black hole. Why? Um, Black hole has a spell or a stats that disable range opponents. So everybody that's in a black hole will not be able to shoot you. You know. So if I can do that, because the only thing that can stop me now is gonna be range. My first card mastery with sword is gonna be range. We have damage per meters. We have bounce shot. We have a lot, right? So that would be my very first. Um, and then they're not gonna be able to shoot me, and then they're gonna have a really hard time getting close to the tower, right? Which would be amazing. So that would be the first thing I wanted to do. If I have that, I'm invincible. Now just imagine, okay? Just imagine a playthrough of Shield where I have a lot of. This is gonna be a way harder though. This is gonna be super hard because with the shield, I'll be. I don't know if I have one ultimate weapon that can change everything. I would say Death Wave, but Death Wave is only good when you have attack, which I don't have. You know, but imagine that would be insane. That would be completely insane. Anyway, a man can dream, a man can daydream, as they say. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic for what's coming up. We have the new update. The new update. I don't know what's gonna be the meta, but I think it's gonna be a big one. I don't know if it's a good one. I think it's gonna be a big one. Why do I think it's gonna be a big one? That's a good question. That's a very very good question. Because Fuds, which is the maker of this game, has been increasing the team. There's a lot more people that work for the tower. There's a lot more people that work for Tech Tree, which is the company that makes the tower. Okay, so this is possibly the longest we had to wait for a update on a bigger team. Now the thing with Fuds is he's also the guy behind Brick Breaker, Planet Miner. He's also the guy behind. I have to be sure that we're doing everything. By the way, we have a good news also. We are a 30 member for our guild. That's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So what is that? No, don't. What about? Oh, let me check if I'm still in the same. I am in the same bracket, both. Shit. I didn't think about that when I made the tree playthrough. I did not think about that. Trust me. If I did, I would have possibly not done it. We have a full crew. The members, me and Falcon are talking a lot, which is good because Falcon is more active than I do, and he's a cool dude, and he respected the hierarchy. So, for example, he said, "I don't like this member. Let's kick him out," and I'll be like, "Okay, well, why don't you like him? Is that a valid reason?" Shit like that, you know. So I like the guy. So we don't know what's gonna be the So like I was saying, Fudd, when he said he made the team bigger, it doesn't account for a lot of things. So there's a possibility that Fudd made the game himself on his own, and then there's this guy OG Sus on Discord who is also part of the team. So we don't know how big the team was. Fudd is working for 4 things. The first one is Planet Miner. The second one is Brick Breaker. There's a 4th one, which is Idol Zen, something like that. And then there's the tower, you know? So, we don't know how much the work is divided by for the tower and shit like that. But I'm excited to see what's happening. We saw he has the habits of doing a... how much we call it? My apologies. Giving you hints. For example, when we had the Guardian, he gave us a picture of the Guardian. Now, you know what's insane with the Guardian? He gave us a picture of the Guardian as this is a crazy story. He gave us a picture of a Guardian as a hint of what would happen, what's next, right? But the Guardian we have was a cat, and the cat only came after the second thing. So that was actually pretty cool. We're gonna change the skin. I'm gonna go for something that it goes in the water. Possibly Finn. There's 6 Guardian skins. There's a lot of skins for the Guardian. It was nice. Yeah, I like Finn because it's water, so it's like a shark. Isn't that crooked little town, they were lost and never found. Fall and leave underground. Will I get lost? Can you spare it down? Just one more hit, and it won't be fun. Fill the goddess. Only one last done. Yeah. Can I get a job? Can you spare it down? Just one more hit, and we'll be fine. It's. Now he gave us a pentagon. I don't. I think it's a pentagon because it's five, right? So it's like this, and then a cube that's not closed at the top. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'm excited. I'm excited because it could be a new enemy. It could be a new tower. It could be something with the tower. See, Fuds in an interview said one of the biggest inspiration for his game was Geometry Dash, which is why we have different enemy from different shape, right? The different enemy from different shape, and this is basically, and you have your tower, which is unique, right? But the also one of this is huge model was Warcraft, and Warcraft has race, has heroes, has building. There's resources, so there's still a lot you can do, just a lot. And the game in itself is 4 years old, which is a lot. But at the same time, see, this is the problem that I have with the tower. It's a 4 years old game, which is a very old game. But you look at a game like Genshin Impact, which is older. Look at Arknight, which is very, very old. You look at a tons of games that dates, right? And they date and date and they date and date and they date. What is the oldest? What is the oldest mobile game that still plays nowadays, and it's still updating? Genshin must be 10 plus years. 10 plus years for sure. What else? Can I want to start? Okay, really, it looks good. It looks very good. I don't freaking know what I'm gonna start, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, you're too warm. Let's go. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace.